back. Hello.
Hello.
Thank
Hi.
you to Michel for that intro, taking something off my shoulders this time around. We are gonna get into our game here. On the shores of Lake Ontario, nestled into a magically concealed village in South Bay, we hear the clopping of hooves and laughter as some young centaur are running amok around their family home. Bursts of magic blinking in and out of this plane of existence are cause of an uproarious fit of joy as a pixie pops in and out, sticking its tongue out at one of the young centaur girls who is playfully chasing it down. A group of them are heading down the path that leads through the village toward the lake, completely trampling over a patch of golden toadstools. A small gnome groggily pokes its head out from this patch of toadstools and yells, "Hey, respect the patches, all right?" The gnome has this pouty look on his face. He's a little bleary-eyed from the morning light. Traveling down this path, past this gnome, is a very handsome centaur man. They are heading down towards the lake where you can see splashes in the water. Two beautiful mermaids have their heads poked out of the water. Traveling along the road with the centaur is a very young, unassuming sort of girl. Ash, would you like to describe Juno to us?
So, walking alongside her extremely handsome centaur dad is a completely ordinary looking human teenager, 15 years old. Juno Basil Rhodes with her head deep in a book, and she trips over a note. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. She's on the chubby side. She wears her hair kind of pulled back and just like a mousy brown braid, and she has mousy brown eyes. And she wears an oversized sweater that she just kind of like keeps around her like a security blanket. She has just a small scar underneath her left eye. And what you notice about her more than anything is the fact that she just seems to be trembling, like she's trying her very best to go unnoticed. And when she's done drawing attention, she just kind of goes back to her book.
Juno, it's the last day of the spring break from the academy. A lot of the time people trickle back in throughout the week rather than taking the full week off. Today you are heading back, but not before saying goodbye to your family, who are all now kind of gathering at the shore of the lake so that you can say your goodbyes to another part of your family. Your mother is in the water. Her beautiful, like almost opalescent hair is just shimmering in the sunlight. She is a very striking lady to look at. She looks nothing like you. Like
No.
not
Not
at
at
all.
Oh, mean.
She is smiling proudly at you as you approach. You see that your cousins are also now like kind of gathering down by the lakeside. There's this large oak tree that kind of looms over the water as well. You can see that your parents, their initials from when they were much younger are kind of like etched into the side of this tree. Everyone here is very innately magical, and despite that, you hear some like oohs and ahs kind of ripple through this crowd. as a raven swoops down out of the sky toward you. They all look at it with delight. The raven is holding a small bird house hung on its beak, and diving closer to you, you kind of are prepared for this, though you are also quite clumsy. It drops down into your book, almost as you're. It's a plain oak, roughly cut. Nothing particularly notable about the design of it. It almost feels like a reflection of you in this environment. Your whole family is leaned in, looking at you in expectation. One of your younger cousins, Dante, looks up at you, a clop of his hoof. Are you gonna hang it on the tree again?
It's no big deal. I might. Yeah, just not with everybody watching.
Oh, your father's like, all right, you know the drill. Give her some space. She's a bit nervous. And do you know, you would know that when you hang this, this is how you get back to the academy.
Cool. Juno takes the birdhouse and stashes her book in her bag, and just kind of like doesn't even bother her to get her sneakers wet or like the hem of her pants wet, because that's been her whole life. She like wades out into the water and gives her mom a big hug, tries to ignore the rest of her family that came out to say goodbye, even though she hates it and hates everybody looking at her.
She's just like, my beautiful girl, I'm so proud of you. And you were like, you're drenched.
Yeah. Thanks. I miss you. Okay. Thank you. I'll be home for summer break. I love you.
I can't wait to see what you learn.
That's not right. Okay. Bye.
Make some friends.
Too much pressure. Okay. Bye, everybody. And she just like kind of hustle off towards the nearest oak tree and like trips on a root. It's fine. Okay. Bye. Yeah.
So you hang it and nothing happens just yet, but you know that there is a minor unraveling charm that needs to be cast upon it in order for it to do anything. So it's a very simple sort of charm, and you see that this birdhouse, the base of it kind of like drops, the walls extending down to the ground with it, also the door kind of extending with it as it just kind of unfolds, and its roof like melds with the tree branch that you hung it on. And more it begins to look like a doorway than a birdhouse. A black, shimmering, magical energy rippling through it. Excited whispering and clapping ripples throughout your captivated audience. But if you even so much as glance at them, they pretend like they're not looking at you, trying to respect you. The raven that delivered this to you, like kind of swoops through it before you.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.
And Juno will step through and like bonk against one. Ow. Okay, bye. And quietly steps through. Half human, half human. The worst of both worlds.
You kind of you emerge from this large hole in a trunk of a very twisted, gnarled tree on the other side. Very easy for you to like kind of stumble out and over things, just like you're now in the Wickwoods, just outside of the academy. There aren't any leaves on these trees. There's like little tiny candlelight instead of leaves on the trees. You notice when you went through, it was morning. Right now, it is night. It is almost always the opposite of what it was when you go through here. And you're not quite sure if that's because it's a different time of day here, or because the magic used takes a very long time. You have yet to figure that out. Juno, you see like a few trees over, a boy your age, pale skin, shoulder length dark hair, has some product in it to make it like more textured. He's wearing like thick eyeliner, is wearing dark robes with ivory lining on the inside and a crest of a wolf. A student from the house Moonwise. He's carrying a small satchel and seems to notice you kind of stumble out of the tree as he's heading toward the school. He shoots you a wide smile and a nod.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Yeah, you too. How was your break?
Pretty boring.
Yeah, me too. Nothing. Just hanging out with, just boring family. Normal things.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't say my family's boring.
Oh yeah, no, me neither. My family's not boring. That's so mean. I wouldn't say that. I just, just nothing happened.
What is the first thing that Juno would like to do? You see that the academy is off in the distance. It's probably about a 10-minute walk through the Wickwoods. It's very like enchanted light surrounds you, so it's not particularly scary out here. But you see like off in the distance, the silhouette of the school does look a little bit like off-putting. It's very dark Gothic structure. Out front you can see like this statue that has no label on it. It's like a woman made of this black obsidian rock. She has wings and her face is covered by one of the wings. You know that at night you're not allowed to wander the halls of the academy. You have to go, unless you are going straight to your common room. What do you do?
Juno would probably just see if anyone like left snacks out. She doesn't want to eat around people, but she's nervous and she feels like maybe a cookie or some crackers would help that. And look for a snack on the way to her like common room and just try to avoid being seen, like going through the shadows of the halls as much as possible.
Okay, I think I'm gonna get you to roll a check for me.
First
then.
roll.
First
Yes,
roll.
First roll of the game.
Excellent.
Shoot. What would that be? I think like a flight check. Yeah.
All right.
Roll flight for me.
Here we go. It's a 1.
You're stumbling through the hallway and you're making like nervous noises as you go that though people seem to not like pay too much mind to you, you're by no means going unseen.
Is Juno able to find like any kind of left out trays of like, healthy snacks left for the students anywhere on their way to the common room?
So you don't notice anything. So you enter in through this, through the front door. However, we are going to first go down the hallway from here. When you open up the front doors of the academy, there is like black and white checkered marble flooring. There's beautiful chandeliers hanging in the air, like suspended in the air, all the way down the hallway. And there are 4 staircases that split off, each going to the house common rooms. You immediately notice that there is a rabbit that kind of leads up to the Lavendor common room. But beyond these stairs are classrooms. There's a library, and at the very, very end is the Great Hall, where you guys kind of gather as students usually. Inside this hall, there's stained glass arches in the ceiling that cause the moonlight shining down onto the black and white checkered floors to filter in with like a pretty purple hue. There are a few students trickling towards their common rooms. But in this hall, there is a in this hallway, there are rows and rows of tables. There's a podium at the end, and all along the left wall are statues of various birds, mostly of like the corvid family. And the ceiling in this room in particular is giving off like a green and blue and purple soft hue that kind of resembles the northern lights. Just beyond the podium at the very end is also just this a longer table with more comfortable looking chairs that is reserved for the instructors of the academy to be seated at. The groundskeeper, Hilda Thorne, a stout woman with a mess of curly red hairs, wandering through this room, straightening it up, pulling strands of dust from the raven statues with her wand. Just a flick of her wrist and all of this dust comes off and just kind of disappears. She makes her way toward the very back of this room, and there, one of the chairs at this large, like perpendicular table is a center chair that has a higher back on it, and it's kind of pushed askew. And she kind of goes and she straightens up, repositioning it over this like strange looking tile on the floor. A secret stone door hatch. Down through this hatch, we see a metal ladder going down into the floor to an old cellar. We see two young students, a boy and a girl. Shanks, why don't you describe Eric for us?
Yeah, so Eric, down here in this dungeon, is a relatively tall and fit-looking 16-year-old, kind of in his prime. Clean-shaven and well-groomed blonde hair. He's wearing a perfect ivory cloak without a single smudge or stain or thread out of place. And he has that thrown over his Incantara uniform, which he wears around the school a lot, even though he's technically not supposed to. Sitting in the hood of his cloak, looking the opposite direction, is a small gray-black wolf pup, just kind of looking over the edge excitedly at anything going on.
Going on just across from you, Carrie, the both, can you describe Emmy to us?
Emmy is small, probably even for her age. Like, she hasn't hit her growth spurt yet. She's got blonde hair with like bangs and like a little like bob cut, and she's extremely excitable.
Can you guys describe to me what this little secret hatch of yours looks like and what would maybe be strewn about it?
We definitely have a wall with like red string.
Oh, definitely. And
Yeah,
on the
and, like,
opposite side, there's a wall with blue string, and there's a few strings that go across
Yeah,
the room.
that go
you have
across.
to, like,
You kind of have to like duck
underneath.
under. Yeah.
And I'm glad we're both leaning into the crazy. And in the middle of the room is this like big long wooden table with just like thousands of papers strewn across it and like little notations made on every single one of them.
As you guys are sitting here kind of sorting out the investigations that you've been working on while everyone has been enjoying their spring break, you hear just like the screeching of this chair being moved back over your hatch door.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Whoopsie.
I hope she doesn't find it. Oh, we're gonna have to move the chair too.
Yeah.
All right, we should probably wait until we're sure the room's cleared then.
Right.
So you guys kind of wait it out. You've been here a lot. You've developed some patterns over this last year of when you can come here without being seen, and you would know that the groundskeeper takes about an hour, and she usually gets to this point in the room like halfway through. So you kind of wait it out for another 30 minutes or so before you guys kind of try to get out of here. Are either of you particularly brawny?
I wouldn't say that Eric is particularly brawny. He's in good shape. Like I said, he's in the prime of his age. So like he could lift something, but he's more of a technique player than he is strength. That's what his good friend is for.
Mm-hmm. So, I would say that then, in order to get out of this situation, you guys might need to do a little bit of like a team check, a little bit of a planned action, if you will.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a look around and see if I can find something we could use like as leverage.
Ooh.
All
that is-
right.
Like if we've got like a bar.
Yeah.
Something.
I feel like there have been times where you guys have needed to either, maybe out of your own paranoia, bar something. And so you probably have a lot of these sorts of things on hand, just like to jam a door shut. Yeah, I'll say you can do that, and I'll give you, let's see, like I'll give you a bonus to this brawn check that you're about to make.
How does a
Okay.
team check work?
I would say just whoever wants to do the roll, you can do it with maybe a +2 bonus.
All right, it's up to you. I only have a D6 in brawn, but I've got a +1 as well. So
You're doing better than me then.
okay.
And you can just take half if you would like.
No, I'll take what I rolled. 'Cause that was a 5.
Nice. Okay, so yeah.
So it's a 6 for me. Then the +2 that you gave us makes it 8.
Okay, so you and Emmy just kind of like put this bar into it and like crank it up, and you hear the chair just kind of like screech as it slides back off of the stone, kind of echoes through the empty hallway.
Oh no.
Um,
I'm gonna like peek.
you peek your head up through it. There's nobody in the room. You do see a couple of students down the hallway. You actually see a girl that you've seen around the school a couple of other times. You see Juno, kind of. It looks like she's trying to sneak down the hallway, not being seen, but you definitely see her.
You see, like Eric's head also pops up in the crack. And
There's no teachers. I think we're okay.
What is she doing over there?
You hear a tremendous clang as Juno does finally find like a tray of fruit slices, grabs it at the wrong angle, and the tray just goes like flying with fruit everywhere. Just, oh, God,
Go,
no.
go, go! Everybody's looking at her.
Well, we got a distraction.
I would
Oh, God.
I would like you both to make a stealth, a flight check for me.
Like,
Yes.
okay. That's a 2.
Also a 2.
Oh, no.
Strong
Is
start.
Is that with your +1?
Yes, I rolled
Get
a
it out of the
1.
way.
On
Out of the
a
way.
D20. It's my best stat.
You
So-
guys hang out too much. Starting to rub off.
Yeah, so you guys are like trying to scatter down the hallway. It seems like everyone sees all of you. Like it's like they're not quite sure what spectacle to look at, but nobody sees your hiding spot either.
Okay.
You
Oh,
guys,
So here's a question though. Since we did fail a check,
yes,
we get
all
adversity
3
tokens?
of you get adversity tokens.
Ooh.
Yes,
And do we
Hooray!
start with 1 or?
you start with 3.
Oh my goodness! Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yes.
Got
Yeah.
all the tokens.
Yeah.
So you should have
Juno
4
is
now.
Juno's scrambling to put all these like wet fruit slices back onto the tray, as though anyone would want them now, and just like putting the tray back and just like hustling away from it. Oh, God, sorry.
Juno, you hear kind of like a sniffle, and then if you like look over to kind of in between two of these stairwells, there is a stone bench and there is a girl sitting there. She has black hair and heavy black eyeliner and just like this clunky jewelry. The inside of her coat is brown, and she's like, I don't think that you could probably just leave those.
I don't know what the procedure is for this. I should take them to the kitchen. Do you think I should take them to the kitchen, or just like I'll take them? You know what? I'll just take. You're right. I should just take them. And she like hustles back to the tray and starts like putting fruit slices into her bag. Like, yeah, you're right. No one's gonna want these. I'll just take them. It's no big deal. It's fine. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, you're not bothering me.
Sorry for saying sorry.
We are Canadian.
You see that this girl is just kind of looking at you, and she has there's like smudging of her makeup underneath her eyes. Her eyes are like red and puffy, like she had just been crying, and she seems a little bit weirded out by you, Juno, and your behavior at the moment. But she kind of just packs up her stuff quietly as you scurry off to deal with this mess that you made.
What house can I tell she's in from her cloak?
She is in, why did I forget to memorize these? The Ramurlin house.
Okay.
Ramurlin
So I
house,
wouldn't
and
necessarily.
it's like there's like a deer on her
Okay.
on her cloak as well.
Yeah. Juno would have noticed, but also like not knowing this person just feels very helpless. Like someone should help her. Someone besides me. Oh.
At this moment, you see like Eric and Emmy are making their way back down the hallway past you guys in this like this common area that splits off into your actual house common rooms.
We're supposed to be in the common room at this stage, right?
Yes, you are not. You can be out here as long as that's where you're making your way towards. They are expecting that kids are like trickling in and out of here, though it's possible that the instructors knew that you guys have been here the whole time.
Eric, as he approaches the others, he makes no motion to like stop or engage, but he just kind of sweeps a gaze across them, and he's like, "You should probably head to the common room now. You don't want to, be getting caught in the hallways after hours."
The girl that looked as though she might be crying just kind of cleans herself up a little bit, and she looks over to Eric and says, like she is going towards her stairwell leading up to her common room, but she goes, yeah, like shouldn't you be resting up for your Incantari game tomorrow anyway?
Oh yes, I'm well prepared for it. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna do fine. It's it's not like it's a big deal or anything. We do these matches all the time. I'm not nervous.
Are you trying to deceive them at the moment?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'm going to need then maybe like a charm sort of, yeah, I would say a charm roll.
That is a 1, apparently.
So you can add another adversity token to your pile.
Oh wait, hold on. It might be a 9. This dice is it's a 1. It's a 1. Okay. This dice is confusing.
That's a difference.
I didn't know if it was just like a messed up 9 or it's like. I will add more adversity tokens too. In fact, because I'm easygoing when I'm failing things. It's Cool.
One with a flourish.
Yeah. She's just like, yeah, it didn't really seem like you did so great in that last game, she says, and just kind of like brushes past you.
I did fine. I don't know what you're talking about. It's bones heal, you know.
Speaking of bones, no, I was kidding.
Where are you going with this?
Yeah.
We are going to head over to a little neighborhood around the Wickwood area, belonging to a lot of the like legacy families here at Wickwood. You see just large manors, just kind of in like a sort of cul-de-sac, so very intimidating looking. There you can see actually Eric's home, which is just like this massive manor that looks very extravagant on the outside. There's like statues and, you know, kind of like the vines going up the house. Directly across the street from that house is the Hart residence, which is more understated in design from the rest of the homes in the area. There is a there's like a green paint up it, kind of chipping off. It looks very different in aesthetic from everything else. Joey, your parents are not home at the moment. However, your sister, Hannah, is home for the break. You can hear her kind of singing in perfect pitch down the hallway from your bedroom. With you, having spent the holiday at your home, is your friend, Rev. Rev, can you describe, actually, Michel, can you describe how Rev looks to us?
Yes. Rev is a very short and scrawny kid, 14 years, with light blonde curls and big blue eyes. Currently, they are wearing a white shirt, which is a common school uniform shirt, and usually also wears a bright red or red and black robe. But everything looks well worn and usually a bit smudgy, maybe wrinkled. So yeah, that's Rev.
Rev, you look around this bedroom of your friend Joey's. Dreamy, can you describe both Joey and this room that you guys are currently in?
Yes. Joey is tall. She's kind of I don't know if stout's the right word, but like muscular, 16-year-old. She's got blonde hair, the blonde part of which is like covered by a beanie, and like bright red home dyed hair that is just grown out in a not very well kept way. Dark makeup, a couple of nose piercings. She's half-heartedly put her school uniform back on. Like her robe is hanging off one shoulder, her tie is like way too short, and her shirt, her button up is only like half tucked in. She doesn't really care. Her room, there's a couple of posters for like the Manic Pixies, the like wizarding punk rock band.
Yes.
Her room is completely torn apart. Most of her stuff has just been shoved into like a bag to go back to school, but she has torn it apart looking for her missing Incantari glove. And so as we're getting ready to head back to school, she is just, every drawer, she's just pulling all the way out and just like taking everything out. Has like flipped up her mattress looking for it.
Rev, what are you doing?
Ref is currently looking into their school bag, just rifling through it, not paying too much attention to what Joey is doing. And in the background, you can see a magpie flying around, hopping from one side of the room to the other, sort of keeping out of range of Joey. And so it's sort of dance around the room where Joey's trying to find something, and I guess, and the magpie is just hopping around and seems to be carrying off stuff and dumping them somewhere else, and it's very confusing.
All right. Joey, are you the type to keep like your bedroom window open? What about your door? Do you usually have that shut?
The door is normally closed. The window is probably cracked since it's springtime and it's probably nice enough outside.
Okay. So as you're like tearing apart this room, you hear just like a tap at the window, as two ravens are kind of at the sill of your window, and hung out of their mouth are two very distinctly different bird houses. Could you describe a couple of things for me? I would like you to describe how you would picture this birdhouse to look if it were to reflect Joey's whole aesthetic.
It probably is kind of like a classic birdhouse, but I mean, it's got to be black.
Yeah.
She's in her no one understands me phase.
There's almost like there's like this black sort of aesthetic to it, though the actual like design of it is very classic, and you notice that there's some like burst of like pink glitter at the bottom that is almost like a little bit embarrassing, but it also kind of looks a little bit badass because it looks like the Manic Pixie like poster that you have hanging in your room. Same for Rev. This other birdhouse is very much a reflection of their overall aesthetic. What do you picture?
The birdhouse is it is a pile of rubbish, basically. It's all sorts of it's pieces of wood. Mostly it's sort of pine woods, and there's still some needles in there, and there's maybe some wooden planks to just make barely strong enough to even carry or hold the weight of a bird. And there's some other, maybe a fork in there, and some pieces of paper, and it's really just like as if somebody did a random collection of things from a bag and made a birdhouse out of it.
So you guys know that you would need to like take these, and at any point of your choosing you can like hang it onto a tree, and it'll let you get back to the academy grounds. Only one person can head through each portal, so you each need your own. However, Rev, every single time that this thing is brought to you, it starts like you can smell the pine coming off of it. I need you to make a check for me, a shape-changing check.
Yes. That's a D10.
You got a 10?
Oh no! I'm going to roll. I was just saying what I was going to roll, which is a D10. That's a 7.
Yeah. So in this moment, what do you want to happen?
I think I want to resist it.
Okay. So you kind of you see this, you smell it, you kind of feel like this urge kind of building up in your chest, welling up.
You can see Rev start to move around on the bed restlessly, sort of looking up. And also, I had a question: Is the window open? Is there in your room?
Just at a crack.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a crack. All right. Not big enough to fit a bird, probably.
No.
All right.
Yeah, so you can open this up and like kind of take the birdhouses from them. The birds that carry them always just kind of seem to disappear until you have to go through the portal. They just kind of follow you back to the grounds. Is there a particular place that you like to hang this on, or do you just like find the closest thing?
Yeah, I think there's an old tree in the backyard that's got like an old like tire swing on it that hasn't been used in a while.
So you head out to your backyard. You kind of pass your sister's room. Do you say goodbye to her, or do you just...
I'm just gonna go, we're leaving, bye!
Bye!
You kind of hear her like clamoring. The singing stops. You kind of hear her clamoring, and you're like, I know she's gonna try to like give me a hug and all of those like. But you make it out of the house very quickly.
And I did not straighten my room at all before leaving.
You head out and you kind of hang it on the tree. You do the simple charm spell. You head back to the academy grounds where it is night. What do you guys do? Do you go straight to your common rooms? Do you kind of hang out here? Because it's not like once you get into the academy, then you're kind of subject to the rule of you need to go to your rooms.
Can I pull out a piece of paper? I want to write a little note to Eric and just being like, we're back, and fold it into a paper airplane and kind of send it off.
Yes, you can do that. I'm gonna get you to... Is that something that you do all the time?
Yeah, I would say that's probably how we pass notes here.
Yeah.
Definitely not supposed to, but you do it all the time.
Oh.
Especially in class.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Is that another note to Eric?
Yeah, I gotta let him know we're back.
Do we?
Hey, your ear's kind of like half. I don't know if you want to fix that before we... Yeah.
Thanks. By the way, what were you looking for just then in your room?
My Incantara glove. You know, like the special one for game days? Because we've got the game tomorrow. I probably left it here.
I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, if it fell on like your bag or anything, just let me know.
Yeah, I will.
Are you
Don't
trying
you
to
worry
be
about
deceitful?
No.
Okay. I need Joey to make a let's go with, gosh, note sending magic was not something that I was expecting. Let's go with, I'd say like a charm sort of spell.
That is my
What
worst.
What skill would you need for an actual paper plane? Fold it and make it fly.
A 2 on charm.
Yeah, so you would be rolling your charm plus your magic die.
Okay, wait. What's the magic
What?
die?
It's like
It's a D4. I
it's a
think,
D4. Yeah.
Okay, I'm misreading that in the book.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anytime you do anything with a magic effect, you get to use your magic die, which is a D4 to whatever you roll.
Okay, so that's an additional 3, which makes it a 5.
Yeah. So you kind of send that off. Juno, you're heading up to your common room as this paper just like kind of zips around your head and then goes off into a different direction. Eric, you just kind of, where do you want it to land with Eric? Does it go softly? Does it like flick him right in the head? Like what is happening?
It definitely like goes straight at the back of his head because that's something that they've been doing to each other for ages now.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
But the little pup in his hood is trained to snatch them out of the air before they can hit him.
That's cute. Okay.
I just met him and I would die for him.
Oh, thanks, pup. Well, Joey's back, and that other one. he says that to Emmy.
What is your problem with him? Rep's fine.
I mean, fine is kind of generous, but I don't know. They're all right. You ever just get like a bad feeling about someone?
I mean, I definitely get hunches.
Well, exactly.
Is it like a hunch?
Yeah, like, so you remember that time that you knew something was going on with the school's pudding?
Yeah.
It's exactly like that. First
Well,
taste,
and it
I
was.
like something's wrong with this person.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never got that around Rev.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just because my family is so used to seeking out people who are, off the straight and narrow, so to speak.
Juno, you are overhearing this conversation about your fellow house, a student who is in the same house as you.
You know, it says under her breath, and maybe you can hear it, and maybe you can't. Like, he's actually really nice.
I forgot you were back there.
That's fine. That's for the best.
Everyone seems to be charmed by him. I get it, but I'm not so convinced. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, we can add him to our list of. I can just ask him some stuff.
It's fine. I'll just keep an eye on him.
So you guys have a list?
What? No, don't worry about that.
Yeah, you didn't hear that. She says she has a lisp sometimes.
Oh, that's okay. I used to have one of those too.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see Emmy like flip a couple pages in her book, looking for a certain page, and used to have a.
I'm sorry. Are you?
She doesn't actually say it as she's writing, but that's what she's writing down.
Okay.
I just thought of something I wanted to write down.
Yeah. No. I read things down. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll tell Rev that you didn't say hi when I see him. All right.
Oh,
Bye.
you can say hi to Rev from me. I don't know about Eric, but
I know you, right? You like Siren's Kiss, right?
yeah, Siren's Kiss.
Hi. Oh my God, they're my favorite band.
Yeah. I'm Emmy.
Yeah. Who'd you know?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, you do?
You know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you new at the school, Juno?
I know most
No.
people.
No, I started this year, so yeah, I guess.
Oh,
But
okay.
no,
But no?
you're Eric Shaw, right?
Yeah. How do you know
Okay.
me?
I don't know you. That's what she said.
You're Eric
Oh.
Shaw, dude.
I
I'm
don't
just-
know
Everybody
what that
knows you.
means. Oh, come on, it's not like that.
Oh, it is. Is there anybody else in the hallway?
Yes, you see a boy with like actually the same boy that Juno saw coming in. His name is Oz Abeldonis. He's a year older than you, Emmy. He's just kind of like he has his back against the wall, and you could see that when Eric like talks about like how do people know him, there's like there's an eye roll.
she like looks around to see who she can spell. Hey, you kid, Oz. What's his name?
Eric Shaw. He just said it though, so I mean that's kind of not.
Everybody
Did you
knows
know
the
it
whole
before he said it,
Inkantari
though?
team. I mean,
Yeah, he often says his own name very loudly.
Come on, I don't do that often. It's just when I, when
She,
I
like-
really accomplish something.
Flicks a page and is like, "You've said your name 8 times today." And she like actually like, "No, you said it again just now, so 9." She like puts a mark down on the page.
Just arrow to the heart. Just. Ugh. Do I really say it that often?
It's okay. It's just a thing you do. It's not like a bad thing. It's just a thing.
I guess.
I thought it was nice when you did it during the game last month. And you were like Eric Shaw. And everybody was like, yeah, that guy. It was cool. It was cool.
Well, thanks. I thought, see, like that's what I'm talking about. Like sometimes when you pull off something really amazing, like both of my
Sure.
teammates were down, and I beat them back on my own. That was an
Yeah.
Eric Shaw moment,
Yep.
I guess that was pretty cool.
I'm gonna start saying it too. Probably like next time I do something good, I'm gonna be like Eric Shaw.
Eric Shaw.
I mean, you could use your own name, but like if you want to use mine, that's cool.
No one would want to use mine.
Well, you
I
know
like your
what?
name.
When I knock someone out tomorrow, I'm gonna say. I'm
Juno.
sorry, I forgot
Well, you
your
don't
name
have
already.
That's fine. Don't worry. It's
I mean,
fine.
you
I'm
mean like
nobody.
whispers, Juno.
Juno. I'm gonna say Juno when I knock someone out.
When you knock somebody out, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah. You should come sit with me.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be there. Even
Yeah.
even my dad's supposed to be there.
Oh,
This time for sure, man.
He's got to
Maybe.
be there this time. He's got to be like. There's not even anything going on. He wrapped up that big case a month ago. I mean, he's got to see at least one of my games, right?
Eric Shaw.
Eric Shaw.
Eric Shaw.
Can I really sit with you?
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Cool. Thanks.
Joey and Rev, you enter in through the door, and you just kind of hear the end of this conversation of like everyone just saying Eric's name.
If you listen carefully enough, you can hear Rev go. "Hey, son." Mm.
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna go. Excuse me. What about Joey Hart?
Joey Hart, Joey Hart, Joey Hart. You
Hey,
going to kick
it's-
his ass tomorrow, Joey? You going to kick Eric's ass tomorrow?
They're on the same team.
On the same
Oh.
team.
Do they not have Incarnterra where you're from?
Do I need to go over the rules again? Because I can tell you the rules again. I know I've told you like 4 times already, but it'll stick this time.
Yeah, 4 times today.
Some
Yeah,
people
no, I'm
just
good.
don't have enough brain power to really hold all the rules in their head at once. It's fine.
That must be it.
Oh,
Eric.
wow.
That must be it. Thank you. Wow.
Hey man, I'm understanding.
Okay, well, you guys have your little I'm sorry, Joe. I'm trying because you like it so much, but I just never got into it.
I mean, it's fine.
Are you gonna come and
Um,
sit with me and Juno tomorrow when they play the game?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Juno? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you're Joey. Hi. Nice to meet me. Fuck. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Juno.
Hi. Hey, Rev. You remember my name? Okay. Wow. Okay. Well,
I mean, I knew your name too. I was just kind of like,
Oz, did you want to come sit with us too?
I guess that would be alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome because Joey and I have perfected our ultimate technique now.
Perfected.
Can't
The
wait
old
to see it.
3-4-3.
And like the moon phase isn't gonna mess it up.
No, if anything, the moon phases should help us, I think.
Interesting.
Eric, there's this one problem about tomorrow. I'll talk to you later. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
That's kind of a big deal. My dad's gonna be here for this game.
No,
It's important
it's
that we
fine.
do our best.
What's wrong?
I can't find one of my lucky gloves. It's probably in my room. I haven't checked my room yet.
Oh.
The gloves I got you?
Yeah. It probably just got left over break.
You know I had to exchange a dragon heart to get those made, right?
I know, you told me, okay? I didn't do it on purpose. Look, I'll just try like a summoning spell. It's probably in my room.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
yeah.
you've seen what my room can get. Like it just got like shoved under some books or something.
That's true. That's true. Okay. It's fine. If you don't have them in the morning, we'll.
It's fine. We played great before I got the gloves. I mean, we've been
That's
playing
true.
better since I got the gloves, but
You don't need the gloves, Joey.
You do always play really well.
That's true. I wouldn't be
Always.
half the player I am without you.
stop.
You just hear
She's
Oz
just gonna,
going,
like-
Joey Hart, Joey Hart.
Well, should we head to the common room then, or?
I mean, do we have to?
Well, that depends. Do
We're
you
in like
have-
different common rooms, so like
I should not be bothering you guys anymore, so I'm gonna go.
Well, you're not
back to
bothering
cabin.
us.
no,
It's fine. It's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
there.
I'll go
Okay, I
there.
wanted to ask you about.
You know, trust me, you're not the one bothering us.
Without any sort of decorum, Juno
wait.
like whips around to look at Rev, knowing that's who he was talking about. To look her response.
Rev was standing near a wall and sort of scrape with the back of their wand, scraping the stone a bit, and then catching the powder of the stone into a small bag.
What are you doing?
Never mind.
I got a good idea.
Yeah.
let's hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of going back to the common rooms, we can, you guys ever try that door handle? The one, the haunted one down
You're not
by the
supposed
herbology building?
Definitely not supposed to touch
Oh,
that.
I have tried that one, but it wouldn't budge.
It's super haunted. You're not supposed to touch it.
I mean, I haven't tried it in what? We tried it freshman year, Eric?
Yeah, I think so. Well, maybe we're more worthy now.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? You have to be worthy.
I don't know. That was stupid to say.
Well, that
Uh,
explains why it wouldn't work for me then, I guess.
Agreed.
Wow.
Yeah. Joey just kind of looks.
Rev, why don't you think
Okay,
you're
now.
worthy?
Why? I mean, come on.
Because he's very perceptive.
Okay, so who wants to talk about what they did over break while we go head to the mystery door?
Oh, we just kind of hung out, right, Emmy?
Yeah, we library research, homework.
What are you guys researching?
Homework.
Yep, that's right.
For sure, for
The
sure.
origins of homework.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, no.
Inside check.
I mean,
Yeah, I would say you can make a brains check if you wanted to figure out if they're lying to
is this
you.
contested?
If you were trying to, charm.
I'm charming as
Oh.
heck.
I'm just gonna assume that Joey knows that Eric is bullshitting right now, but we'll just ask him later.
Yeah, that seems about right. 6.
I got an 8.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
So then, Reb, you can describe kind of like what it is that you do when you notice that Eric is definitely not being forthcoming with you.
Well, I wasn't going to make a big deal out of it. I was just going to cough in my hand like, "Liar!" Lies!
Should really get that cough checked out.
It's probably the
yeah.
dust.
I don't know. They keep this place pretty clean.
No, I mean like the whatever weird. You're gonna blow something up, right? With the dust. Probably.
Maybe. Honestly, I don't know yet what I'm going to use it for. I'm just.
You joking?
I might have an idea.
Just don't try to sell it to a freshman again, okay?
are
No,
freshmen.
that didn't work out that well. Also, that sort of harmed my reputation a bit. I really don't want to be known as the guy you go to for the special herbs. That's not my style.
Yeah, plus
Oh,
there's
no,
already a
dude.
kid in Deer House that like, you know.
Yes,
Oh, you mean
I've
Potion
met that
Polly?
kid.
Yeah, Potion Polly.
Potion
Polly?
Polly.
To make a note.
What they said.
What?
You don't
She-
sell it,
She
you
has
push
the
it.
best painkillers. Like when I have a bad match, you know, she whips up a potion, numbs the muscles.
I don't think you're supposed to use stuff like that.
No, it also numbs the brain. She never told him, but it explains a lot.
Yeah, why I can understand things down at your level.
Oh wow.
Ah,
Every time it gets me. All right, but I think Ozzy had a great idea. Let's go check out this door.
Yeah. I think as everyone turns to leave, my magpie lands on my shoulder and drops something in my hand. And I look very surprised and then quickly put it away in my bag.
Alrighty. Does does anyone respond to that?
Eric just nudges Emmy to get her to make a note.
Juno just kind of can't believe her luck that she's being included. She's pretty sure this is an accident, but she's gonna follow along and just like not make any remarks in case the cool kids are like, "Oh no, we didn't mean you." She's just like trailing behind last, like waiting to see if she's still invited along to go check out the store.
Rev, would you have been behind me when the magpie dropped this off?
Yeah, that's
Or it's
why.
just kinda like
That's
out
why I
in the
said.
open.
I think it happened once. You guys turned to leave, and
Gotcha.
then sort of in the
Yeah.
background, did this happen?
As we're walking, I think Emmy's gonna like slow down a bit to like fall back towards the back of the group. To like be walking with Rev by the time, you know, like we've gone a little ways. Like, why do you guys fight so much?
I don't know. It's fun, I guess. No, that's not true. It's not fun. It's a challenge. No, that's not right either.
Eric's a nice guy.
I know you guys all like him, and you know, never mind. I don't want to talk about it. It's a thing we do. Let's keep it at that. It's a thing we do. So, what are you working on?
Oh, it's like she like looks ahead at like because there's a couple of people like here that like she doesn't know, right? It's like, it's the
Should we
same-
whisper?
It's the same thing I was working on like when you helped me that time.
How far did you get with that?
We didn't get anywhere.
Oh, that sucks. You
Yeah,
need me to check out another spot someday.
honestly, like I think we might need your help. We even got into the headmaster's office, but we weren't there long enough to find anything.
Maybe I can take a look around there soon.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll do that. Of course, I'll do that for you.
I mean, that would be great, but you don't have to go alone or anything. That's
Oh,
dangerous. You get so much trouble.
I have my ways to remain unseen. It'll be fine.
Okay.
But right now, that haunted door, I've been wanting to go in there since I came here, and I never got it to work. Like, I don't know how it's locked or anything. I know that you can touch it. It's not that haunted. Juno, sorry, but you can actually touch the door.
I was just joking. I don't believe in that.
I was like, I don't think it's even a door at all. I think it's just like the wall, and it's supposed to look like a door, but there's nothing. I think it's just the wall.
Maybe the door is the ghost.
Maybe.
Ghost door? That's actually brilliant.
Every
Well,
once in a while, despite my numbed brain.
You mean like
Every
a
clock
door died?
ticks
and-
at least twice, at least. I don't know, a broken clock thing. Never mind. It's a
Even
language
broken
thing.
clock is right twice a day.
I know.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
What body part do you think the knob is?
The nose.
Oh.
Pat's every-
Joey's definitely gonna like tackle with that.
It's
What?
not-
You're cute. That's all. So Joey, what'd you get up to? Did you keep up with your training over break?
Yeah, when my sister wasn't being annoying as all get out.
Oh god.
Yeah. You know, I used to have a little bit of a crush on her.
I'm
It was
sorry.
when we were young.
I'm just
It
gonna
was
go
when
throw
we
up
were
for a second and then come back and pretend like you didn't say that.
It was
Eric,
more like
every time you say something that makes sense, you follow it up by something like that.
Listen, it was when we were young, and I really meant it more in the sense of like, can you believe that I actually liked her?
I mean, everybody likes her. She's perfect.
I don't, she's always just in your face about it. Really kind of annoying, you know?
Let's not talk about her anymore. She's gone. We're
Please.
here. What did you
As-
do over break? Because
as
I know
you
you
guys
did your
are-
homework.
As you guys are walking though, you're passing by like these like sort of like trophy like display things, and you do see like there's like a whole shelf there with just portraits of like really outstanding students. And as you're like, let's not talk about it, you're like kind of passing right along beside the face of your sister, like out of the corner of your eye.
Can I just do like a little puff of smoke to make it kind of like ashen and like dirty on the front and you can't really see into the case?
Yes. Yeah.
I was going to try something as well, but
I would say that is a. Let's go with brains for that.
And then add my magic die.
Yes.
Okay. That is a 7 total.
Nice. So yeah, you just kind of. It's very also like subtle. Like you're able to just kind of do this very quick diss to your sister. What was Rev going to try?
so now the glass is sort of fogged a bit around the image, so you can't really see the image anymore. Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that what you did?
It's kind of like a thick layer of dust. You could ride in the dust, like the back of a
Well-
really dirty car.
I was going to try and paint like a mustache on the portrait, but I think this is actually more subtle and more to my liking. So, hey Joey, you want me to try and draw a mustache on the face?
Go for it.
That will be a charm roll plus your d4 for your.
Yeah, I will try to. So I start to wave the wand around. Charm plus D4.
I think these might have anti-vandalism, Jinx. You might just be
I think so too, but I just rolled a 13. So it will depend on how.
Yeah, that does it for you. What kind of describe what happens then?
I wave my wand around a bit, or not even. I don't wave the wand around a bit. I really hold it like a pencil brush, and I sort of have my tongue sticking out through my teeth, and I'm just really concentrated, doodling around a bit, and it's like one of those nice French twirly mustaches, and there's like. Maybe a monocle or something, and some small horns.
Does it all look realistic? Like you've tried to paint it in so that it looks like it's part of the...
It's like it's not. It's as if it was painted like that. Like, is the portrait a picture or a painting?
It's like a painting. Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried to do it in the style of the painting.
Yeah, so it does look like very impressively so realistic. Even matches like the color of her hair, the mustache.
And then I finish and go, done.
So you guys know this door that you were heading towards. You have to go like you have to go through the hallways and then like out to a back door that then leads to the herbology building, which is, it looks very small on the outside, but when you get inside it is a lot larger, and there are also other classrooms in it, and there seems to be like this storage area. People think that's what that is. No one's, at least none of the students have ever been into it, and so you kind of see like this like a greenhouse looking thing, which is, if you go through, it's much bigger, and then there's like kind of doors on the outside leading into classrooms. So like all of the doors lead out into this garden area. The door in question that you are heading towards is like on the side of this building. It's there's no light there. It's just kind of been forgotten for so long, and so the students often go and like sneak out and go and test this door, because what you can see like underneath, if you were to look down underneath it, all you see is like little like glimmers of purple lighting. It's like almost ominous, and if you listen very closely you can hear like these like very distant sort of like howl noises late at night. Who's leading the charge?
I feel like I probably am.
Yeah, Eric and I are probably up front.
Yeah.
And as we get outside, this really ugly, mangy looking kitten with like one eye a little bit larger than the other kind of comes out and like stretches and then like hops up on Joey's shoulder.
Aww.
Is that thing looking worse?
Probably. But he's mine.
What is he like? What's happening to him?
Do I look like a vet?
Do you look like that? No.
No, do I look like a vet?
A vet. Oh, well, I mean, it's
I mean,
born of your magic, right?
Mm.
Just a normal cat. We all find out.
It looks unhealthy. Maybe we should.
It's fine, aren't you? And he just kind of nuzzles in.
I guess I just, I'd be concerned if my pup looked like that.
Is Joey the kind of teenager that would like give it some of her beer? Like, it's fine. He likes it.
But she really does love her cats. Not every familiar can be like super cute. I mean, I think he's adorable.
He
Yeah, I
is
mean,
adorable.
it is. It's just, you know.
Oz, who has this very like a goth boy aesthetic about him, when Joey talks about like the familiars being cute, a very like in huge contrast to him, a fluffy little squirrel like kind of pokes his head out of his robes, and he just kind of with one finger pushes him back.
All right. Well, since we're down here to do this thing,
Yeah, you're done with insulting Joey's familiar.
it just looks unhealthy. That's all I'm saying.
You can, when you repeat that, it looks unhealthy. You can see the magpie on Ralph's shoulder going. All right. You know what? I'm too excited.
And when you say
really-
that, like the bigger eye of the bug eye kind of just like turns and stares at you.
he looks absolutely fine.
All right. I just, you know,
Yeah,
I was told that familiars like reflect.
no.
their
We're done with the
master.
familiars.
Well, it's important. They reflect your magic, and if it is not doing well, that might mean there's something wrong with you magically.
He's
Should
fine.
you go to the
Not
nurse?
everyone has to like look perfect.
This whole magic thing is the first time I'm hearing about it, so I don't. I mean, is that
I
true?
imagine that's a
I
common
do want to
experience
ask:
for
is
you.
that something that we would have been taught in class, or is that something that like maybe you picked up from your family?
Oh, it's definitely something my family drilled
Okay.
into me. Same as
Okay.
my clothes are a reflection of my character, and
Yeah,
my
yeah,
hair
yeah,
is a
yeah.
reflection of my character, and I'm a reflection of my family, and so on and so forth.
Yes, that makes sense.
So your pup's like a purebred.
Yeah, like it's just like this sheen black silvery coat, just like completely perfect symmetrically. And but it is worth noting that he believes that it should change when he's like ready for life, and it should get bigger because his dad's is a big old wolf and his is still just a pup.
Oh.
Juno is like
Good old
following this.
family drama.
Juno's following this conversation and then looks in her sweater pocket where there's a very tiny hamster that is trembling with fear, and she's just like, "Oh my god, that makes sense."
Emmy just like absent-minded like pats like this glass orb that's hanging off of her belt. That's full of water and like a small pink axolotl. You're okay. It's all good.
Okay, well, you're right. I gotta stop worrying about appearances so much. Door, who wants to go first?
Eric Shaw.
Eric
Shaw.
Shaw. Eric.
Joey
Listen.
Hart. Joey Hart.
If I go first and it opens, then we don't have anything else to do for the next half hour.
Okay, fine. I'll go
so-
first, and she'll just go up and like try to open it.
I would
Oh.
like you to make a grit check for me.
Eric is like visibly nervous about Joey going.
I've got 3 adversity tokens. I don't know if that would help any because I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
I don't know. Am I supposed to tell you that, or is it like?
I don't think
I
so.
think so. Okay, yeah. It is up to you if you would like to use them that way.
I will use 2 to make it
Okay.
a 4, even though that's probably still not high enough, but we'll see what happens.
So, Joey, you've done this before. It didn't budge at all when you tried to open this door in your freshman year with Eric. When you go and you place your hand on it, you feel like this sort of it's almost like a magnetic feeling in that it feels like it's trying to pull something from your hand almost. But you manage to give it a little bit of try to budget before you let go of it. It does not move for you. During this time, Oz just like kind of takes a step back, like he was expecting something to happen. Well, that was anticlimactic.
But don't you
Yeah.
want to try it? It was your idea.
Not really. I no one's ever wanted to go with me, and I wasn't expecting anyone to say yes.
I just had back.
Oz.
You got this,
Oz,
Ozzy. Do it.
Oz.
He just kind of, there's like a moment where it looks like he's about to run away, but then he just seems to give into this chanting of his name. You see that like his cheeks go a little bit red, hearing you guys as he like makes his way to the door. All right. First of all, Joey, you get a adversity token for that. Oz is like, you can see that when he puts his hand on, his eyes go really wide, and it looks like he has a really tough time, like almost getting his hand off of it. You don't even see him try to like push the doorknob down. He's just very much struggling to like let go of the door at the moment. His hand like really cramps up, and he finally like rips it away from the door handle, and is just like, I don't think I like that. And he just kind of goes back, tucking himself behind the group. That was really weird.
What happened there? I don't remember that happening to me before.
No,
No.
it didn't do that to me.
I was gonna ask, like, did it do that when you guys tried before?
No, it just didn't move.
Maybe it's awake now.
I don't
Did you
see
say you
stuff
had
like
gloves
that.
with
It's
you? She turns
awake
to
now?
Joey.
No, I can't find the gloves. Okay.
Oh.
Eric, it's your turn.
Oh, I should go last. Juno, why don't you give it a shot?
You see, like the air leave Juno's lungs, and then she realizes, like, this is
We
the
can
most.
cheer for you.
Wait, oh no! Okay,
Juno.
Juno.
okay, yeah, no, of course, it's with you. Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
no,
the
I want to.
worst
I want
birthday
to. I want to. It's fine. It's fine. I want to.
Juno.
Anything for my friends.
Juno.
Okay.
Juno, if
You
you don't
get-
want to do it, you don't have to. I just
I want
want
to.
to put it out there.
It's fine. I'm down. Like, it's just a door. I'm not scared. It's fine. I'm just chilling with you
Okay,
guys.
go
I'm
ahead.
just chilling. Okay. Juno approaches the door and then, like, looking to make sure she still has the group's approval, which is all that matters in this
Juno.
moment. She's
No.
like,
Still-
Juno.
we're still
grab-
chanting.
grabs the knob.
No.
You are going to be making this with a -1 to your check because
Okay.
of your fear of being the center of attention.
Oh,
More than
no.
fair. That is a 19.
Oh,
Whoa.
All right. So, Juno, you are like both trembling because of your fear of like their approval or lack thereof, but also this like longing to fit in just kind of overcomes that fear in the moment. And maybe a little bit to your dismay, the doorknob goes down.
Please don't do anything. Please don't work. Please don't work. Oh no.
You can describe
She's
to me if
doing
you
it.
open it or if you just like hold it there for a moment.
Juno's just whispering to herself as she hears her name being chanted, like, please don't open, please don't open, please don't open. Oh no! And she says that part out loud as you all see the doorknob turn. Like, you can tell now it is opened.
You get a ref just go in the back, like, yes!
Yeah!
You did it!
And I like punch Eric. You should have gone next. I told you.
It's fine.
What do I do now? What now?
Oh, you gotta
I mean,
open it.
Open
We all
it.
know I'm
You're
with
gonna
you,
go
right?
down in school history to be the kid who got through
Oh.
this door.
Oh no, I don't want that. You should. Oh, I can't let go.
Just
Okay.
push. Yeah, push it open.
Okay. Just like a centimeter at a time, she just starts slowly pushing, expecting to just be yanked into the void and torn to pieces. Like, okay, it's no big deal. Okay.
Can
So-
my kitten hop off and start to like check it out first for us?
Okay, so yes, they can do that. Juno, you do feel like as soon as you start pushing, there's like something like kind of helping you along with that. You're able to take your hand off the doorknob, and like once you get it enough for the cat to go through and look inside, you see that this is a long hallway. And it seems to be like very dimly lit by blue light that doesn't seem to have a source of any kind. There are mirrors of different sides from top to bottom along the walls that go straight to the end of the hallway, where there is a door that is about 25 feet away, and it's kind of ajar. You can tell that it's open, and there are these like blue and like purpley sort of lights emanating from it, similar to what's been described when you like look underneath this door. I feel like that is a good time for us to take a break, and we'll come back and
play
see what's
forever.
up with this. Welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, we're playing Kids on Brooms, and our things have been tense between a lot of the characters. There's some new friendships being formed. There's some old rivalries persisting. But having come back from a spring break at the Wickwood Academy, it was suggested that maybe they try and check out this haunted door that all of the students have all of this lore built around. The story is different depending on who you ask every time, but there is a door handle that does not budge out near the herbology building. Instead of going to their common rooms like they should have been, they've all decided that they're going to go and check out the store. After a couple of attempts, one from an NPC named Oz, an attempt from Joey, and finally Juno was the one to persist through and open this door. Behind the door was a 25-foot long corridor, mirrors just all of different shapes and sizes all down the walls. This room is like dimly magically lit somehow. There doesn't seem to be a specific source to it. At the very end of the hall is another door that is ajar, and they can see some bluish purpley light coming from that area. Currently, Juno is at the door, and Joey's cat is also at the door. What would you guys like to do?
Juno starts backpedaling away from this door with fear, just like straight into Eric, steps on his foot and is mortified, like, oh, sorry.
He just like takes her at the shoulders and just like pivots and moves her aside.
Sorry, yeah, thank you.
And very like nonchalantly just starts walking straight through the doorway.
Yeah, Emmy is like right there. What do you think it is?
I suspect it's going to be a very attractive hallway.
It's mirrors.
What? Oh,
Okay, so you're heading straight in.
Yeah, let's do this.
oh yeah.
I mean, if Eric's going, I'm going.
I'm ready to take the death curse.
Emmy didn't even think about it. Like, she's going.
I imagine just all the kids, maybe except for Juno, just trying to go through the door at once because they're all too excited.
Roll a fight check for me. Just kidding.
Oh no.
Okay, Eric, you head through. Or how are you walking? Are you just like straight, like stride? Are you like creeping into it? Or are you?
So basically, like the second he moved Juno out of the way, kind of thing, he twists back and gets wand at the ready, and like he's wearing his Inkantari uniform under his cloak, right? So like it just feels like he's ready for a match to him, and he just strides forward as though he's like in like a proper fighting stance that he uses in matches, and he's like moving forward with his wand out. And
Okay, so you start making your way into here, and you see you can see your reflection through these mirrors. Oddly, they don't reflect each other, so like you can't see. It's just like you're looking into a mirror and like there's nothing behind you almost. Eric, you start to see yourself change as you're walking through here. Your cheeks begin to look gaunt, and your hair seems like to become brittle. You can see like lesions in your skin starting to form. Underneath your eyes just looks like really black. You just have like bags under your eyes. You start to look like very ill, and only you're seeing this.
am I? Is this actually happening? Emmy, do I look sick to you?
Does he look any different at all?
No.
I'm like right behind him.
No.
Yeah, he's like walking backwards, talking
No,
to you.
Is
Eric,
reflection in-
you just look normal.
What-
I
you
look
see
I
his
look at the reflection.
You see a normal looking actually you only see you when you look into the mirror.
I mean, you don't look weird, but you're not in the mirror. Are you a vampire? You could tell me if you're a vampire.
I'm not a vampire. You're not.
Are you
in the
sure?
mirror either, I assume.
I need Eric to make me a grit check with a -2.
Okay. All right. I don't like that, but there you go. Okay. Well, 6 minus 2 is 4, but I would like to use a couple adversity tokens to get it back to 6.
Okay. So you start to feel this like flight response as you're walking through here. But you manage, like with Emmy's affirmation that this isn't actually happening to you, you're able to kind of like overcome that urge. Emmy, though, as you're like looking at Eric and you're trying to reassure him, it seems as though this hallway starts to get like smaller around you. There's like the end of it is looking a lot further to you. Things are kind of feeling all out of whack. I need you to make a grit check with a -2.
Okay. Okay, grit is a D12.
You hear Eric going, "I am young and healthy. I am young and healthy."
I got a 7.
You got a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so you also feel this flight response, but you're able to overcome it right now. What do you think is anchoring Emmy? in this moment?
I think she's, like she's got people with her, which is like pretty new for her. Like a lot of she's used to like doing these investigations by herself. Like the friendship with Eric is pretty recent. So yeah, I think just the fact that she's not alone is a big deal to her.
Does she have any outward indication that she's struggling with her own fears?
I think she definitely she looks around and like has a moment while you're like recovering. And okay, all right, there's definitely something weird with this corridor. And she starts like scribbling a lot of notes.
Who do you think is next out of I feel like Joey and Rev are the next ones who actually want to go in.
Yeah, I'll try to go in next.
All right. Very similar to Emmy as you're watching your friend Eric like calm himself down, you start to feel the sinking pit in your stomach as it looks like, even when you look in the mirror, it seems like the mirrors are just like getting closer to you. You start to feel a little bit almost like vertigo-esque, as well as the door at the end starts to come closer to you as well, and the whole area just feels like it's kind of shrinking in around you. I would like you to make a grit check for me with a -2.
I'm going to use my 2 adversity tokens, so it's not a 0.
Okay. You are unable to overcome this flight response that you feel.
I think for a second I try to look to Eric for reassurance, but you have like gotten reassurance from Emmy instead of me when you first walked in, and that hurt a little bit.
So Joey just kind of like backs up past Rev.
Are you okay?
Joey, are you okay?
Does it start to like subside when I get out of the doorway?
As soon as you're out, it just looks normal again.
You all right?
Joey,
Yeah, I'm
you're
fine.
okay. We got this. Come on. He like extends a hand.
Rev does as well.
I gonna roll something real quick. I am going to grab Rev's hand.
Oh.
Oh.
Just officially 2 arrows in my heart.
Yeah, so I slowly pull you into the hallway again. Hey, come, it'll be fine. You know, we're together in this. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it's fine.
Joey, you enter back in, and it feels like this hallway is normal now, except you don't even see your reflection in the mirrors anymore. But it's no longer closing in on you. Rev,
Yes.
you're walking through holding Joey's hand. You look in the mirrors and you notice that every single reflection coming back to you is somebody else. You can't even pick out your own face in any of the mirrors. Except out of the corner of your eye, it always feels like you're looking at a fox, but as soon as you look at it, it's not there anymore. I would like you to make a grit check with a -2 for me.
Can I squeeze Rev's hand as we step in and he starts to
Yeah, you
notice
can.
anything in his eyes?
I was trying to comfort you, and then as soon as we walk into the room, I sort of start slowing down and maybe start squeezing your hand. That was -2.
Yes.
That's a 3.
That's interesting. So you start backing away now too. Like you guys are squeezing each other's hands. But Joey is able to, if she would like to, kind of just
like hold on to him.
Mhm.
I don't know if I can do this.
You've got this. Hey, don't look at the mirrors. It's just a hallway. Just look here.
Okay. I close my eyes and sort of cover my hand while still holding Joey's hand, and I let her guide me through the hallway.
All right. You guys continue to head through. Just outside the doorway, Oz is watching everyone freak out, and like the fact that Joey freaked out seems to have unsettled him. And he just kind of clutches a little like lump here on his shoulder where his like, squirrel was, like almost for comfort, and then sticks out his hand towards Juno.
Aw.
Should we? Maybe we should like go get a teacher or something. Should we go get a teacher?
We might get in trouble if we're even out here.
Oh God, I don't want to get in trouble. You're right. Okay. Whatever. I mean, we're all doing it, right? We're all doing
Yeah,
it. Like I'll do what everybody's doing, so it's fine.
They seem
Okay.
fine now.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do it. And I'll grab his hand. My hand is beyond sweaty. So gross. Slightly sticky from all the fruit slices I was like scooping up earlier.
Wow.
Like she doesn't even realize that that's like what she's making him latch onto. Like, okay, you're right, we got this. Okay.
Yeah, there's a moment where he has to like adjust, and there are also times where he has to kind of like reposition his hand before you even get into the doorway. There's a little bit of a gap because everyone went in before you guys, and it didn't even seem like either of you wanted to go in initially. So you guys are heading through, kind of like squeezed side by side, and as you kind of look ahead to where everyone is, in the mirrors, you can see faces of like your family and some of the teachers that you find somewhat intimidating at the school. They all seem to be looking at you directly, and when you look ahead to these people that you're with, it looks like everyone, no matter what they're doing at the moment, they're all staring at you, including Oz.
Why are you? Did I do something wrong? Oh God. Did I mess it up? Messed it up, didn't I?
I need Juno to make a grit check with a -2.
That is a 7, 9, 6, 7.
7. Oz is just like, no, I can't do this, and like slips out of your like sweaty hand and starts running back down the hallway.
Please don't leave me. Okay.
Just keep moving forward, everyone.
Is Juno gonna make it?
Yeah, Juno. As soon as you look back at Oz leaving, you can see now he's not looking at you. And when you look forward, there's no more faces in the mirrors. But it does seem like everyone else in this room is still like looking in your direction, except you're able to kind of deal with it a little bit better.
I think it's meant to like get in your head. It's definitely in my head. Okay. Let's keep going. We're in it. Let's just keep going, right guys? Right, everybody?
We keep
Oh, yeah.
going. We keep
Can't
going.
keep us out with fear. We got this.
Everybody else has their wands out, and Emmy's taking notes.
Okay. We got this.
All right, so you guys make your way down this corridor. As soon as you get to the end of the hallway, and if you you open up the door, the door behind you at the end of the hallway closes. Like as much as you're opening it, it closes the other door.
Interesting. Yeah, we maybe should have.
A rock
Did
or
I-
something.
Did
Yeah,
I hear
well,
the door
it's
close?
closed now. We might as well just keep going forward.
May as well just.
What's
do
the
this
worst
thing.
that could happen?
It's fine.
Don't you want to know what's inside?
It's got to be something
man.
good if they're protecting it with this kind of spell.
This is gonna be a great story.
I definitely want all the
I'm
same
gonna
thing you guys do.
let go of Rev's hand, and I'm just gonna grab Judo's face. You've got this. You can do it.
I can
You're
do
the door
it.
opener.
I'm the
You're the
door
first one.
opener.
To ever
You
open the
are.
door.
I am. I'm the door opener. Look at me. I'm with you guys. I'm with my friends. You know, just doing what you guys do. Yup.
Did,
Okay.
did I still see all the other reflections in the hallway? Because she lets go of my hand while we're still in the hallway. Like, is it still affecting me, or is
It
it
is.
sort of?
It's still sort of affecting you. Had you left the hallway and re-entered, it might have been a different story. But because
Yeah.
she kind of stopped you from actually leaving, you're still seeing this, and you're still feeling that, like the trigger.
I think almost unconsciously my wand goes up to my face and I start sniffing it.
Okay.
And I would like to make a roll for that
Alrighty.
to see if I can shape change. That's a 9. So
That would be a -2, which is still enough to
Yep.
pass. So you are able to shape change. What does Joey feel? Because she is holding on to you.
Well, I let go.
No,
yeah,
Oh,
she let
you
go.
let go.
That's
Okay.
that's what triggered this reaction.
So
So
now
the
you're
moment so the moment she let go and I move my wand up, I start smelling it or sniffing it, and then you can almost see, like, it almost seems like Rev is shrinking, and underneath the robe that they were wearing, you can just see a black and white snout appear from under the robe as a small fox walks out of that robe into the hallway and looks around. I'm now a fox.
We're changing.
Did
Oh
we
God,
know
this
he
room
could
is making
do
us
that?
change.
Rev, was that on purpose?
I
Who's next?
just tilt my head a bit and look up at you. I'm unable to speak when, but it does give me a bit more grit. So
I think I feel myself changing too. I think it's happening to me too.
No,
Okay.
Hearing
Me,
the
me, like,
commotion-
sort of like
Judo, you're not
turns
changing.
around at the commotion and like
You're
bends
not
over a
changing,
little
Juno.
bit. Is like, is that Rev? Rev, is that you?
Yeah, it's Rev.
So
I-
here,
They've done this before?
Eric was
Yeah.
looking into the room and hearing that we're changing, he turns and sees this fox and immediately casts Dispel on him to see if he can undo whatever spell has transformed him into a fox.
All right. Do you think this is something that you've done before?
I feel like probably.
Your favorite class is the defense class. So.
Yeah, undoing curses and stuff would be in my repertoire.
Okay.
Vixx,
Okay.
can I ask if this would be distinct enough to that quickly know he's casting just a dispel? Or do you think Joey would react to counterspell? Just in case he's throwing something weird out.
I don't know. How do you picture your spell being cast?
So he turns, he's just like, oh no, and then like waves his wand around his head, and with a big flourish, he's like yelling the incantation for it. Like,
Because
you
I
know,
feel like we know each other's magic really, really well, being on the team
Yes.
for so long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you guys
I
are
would probably
both.
know that you're casting Dispel.
I would
If you
think.
can hear the incantation, right?
Yeah.
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 And you guys are both in like the camp of liking the defense sort of magic, so I would
Yeah.
say it's pretty reasonable.
So I think Joey would raise her wand for a second and be like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's not a spell, so I don't know if there's any point in letting you roll this.
I just wanted to give you what I would do in that situation and let you do what you
It
want.
certainly adds drama.
You know what? Yeah, give me a roll for that. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best for a dispel.
I mean, you could make an argument for fight or brains, I think.
I would say let's do brains. That feels right.
Okay. And a d4 as well, right? And my +1, so that's going to be an 8.
Okay, it's a pretty small area of effect. Instant. Okay, yeah. So you are able to pass as you've pulled it off perfectly. You know that this this is a very familiar spell to you. However, when you do that, nothing happens to Rev.
What? That should have broken it. I did it perfectly.
It's not a
That-
curse. It's not a
Very
spell.
blurry.
I'm blurry.
Yeah, you might want
You're
to
so blurry.
refocus.
I
This
tell
always
I
doing
tell
weird things to me.
I tell Viljerta, my magpie, to mock Eric. So magpie goes,
So Emmy has wild speech,
speech.
which means she can like communicate with animals. So she actually understands you say that to your magpie.
Yeah,
if you do
you can
it by like yipping or
you
whatever.
can make me hear fox noises like or one of those.
That is what the
And-
fox says.
Well, that is what the fox says.
That's true.
Adorable.
That's true.
I then. So does the hallway now still affects me? Because I feel like I'm a fox now.
Yeah, you've changed now. I would say that it doesn't. You no longer see those reflections in the mirror.
Yeah. Then I would like to sort of trot up to the front of the line, and you can see me sort of keep to the shadows on the side of the walls, trying to be stealthy, as it were.
So he's just actually a fox?
Yeah, it's something he does.
He's like a werefox?
Yeah.
I look back at Eric, and you can almost see the fox go like.
He glances at Emmy briefly to make sure she's making notes.
Oh yeah.
You said you were trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
I would like you to roll flight for me.
Oh wait. That's so I have the unseen ability.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
I roll a 4. Do my bonuses for my age and my broom still affect this in any way? I guess broom not, but
You're not your broom. No, you don't have it on you, and you're in like your fox form as well. So,
Yeah.
but I would say your age could come into play with that. Yeah.
well, that's just a +1 then, so that'd be 5.
Okay. So yeah, it's just a very like soft tread along the wall towards where Eric is at the door. Eric, when you open up this this door, You see a sort of circular room with books just lining the shelves. All of the books are the exact same, like thickness and shape. They all seem to made of the same material. There's no markings along the spines to indicate what the books are about. And at the center of the room is like sort of, one of those podiums that you could put a book on, with a very large magnifying glass as though to see text better.
Ooh. Okay. So, just overwhelmed with excitement, Eric is going to immediately run and grab a book and bring it to the lectern and like open it up and look with the magnifying glass. Seems like a great puzzle to him, and he's just like, okay, we got to figure out what's going on here.
Not all books are safe to pick up. You need to be careful before you just grab one.
Yeah, I think Joey's going to take a defensive stance by Eric.
I'm like peering around Eric, like.
What is Rep doing?
I enter the room and keep to the sides a bit and go explore a bit,
Okay.
sort of. Just smelling around and trying to keep to shadows and hide behind stacks of books and whatever else is in the room.
So sneaky.
Eric, what do you think is the most pressing on your mind right now? Like from your day, the day that you've had, what is it that you maybe are either you're most concerned about, you've been like looking forward to?
I feel like there's definitely some competing things here, but probably at his absolute core, his dad coming to the game tomorrow is still like the primary thing occupying his mind.
Okay. So when you open up this book, it slides off the shelf. It seems like unusually light when you take it off the shelf. Like it doesn't have the heft that you thought it would have. And you put it down on this little podium, and before you look through the glass, it just seems like it's blank. There's nothing in here. But when you look through it, you start to see like these like words kind of shift until they fall into place, into something more legible to you. You start to see what looks like a schedule almost. There's things on it like an itinerary of some sort that is like listing flight times and meeting times and important events, and you start to see things like familiar names. You see your mother's name, like spend time, and then it's like as you're starting to put this together, you see spend time with Maeve, and then you see something got crossed out inside there, and it looks to line up with the date tomorrow. And the thing that's crossed out seems to be the Inkantari game that you have.
There's like a brief moment where he's just like frozen as he's trying to make sense of it.
Mhm.
And then he just goes, "Fuck!" and swats the book across the room and burns it with a spell.
Okay, I need you to make a check for that. It's gonna be very difficult.
Okay.
Can I also make a check to dodge the book that comes flying?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
I'm okay if the spell hits him. Just saying.
That's why he's dodging.
How direct is it too? Is it like are you trying to burn the whole area,
No,
or
just
is it
like
right?
If I could say this way, like it's like he knocks it onto the floor and then firebolts the thing, like one direct mote of flame just right into the pages of it.
Okay. Then I am going to need you to make, I'd say a fight check is probably the best.
I think that's appropriate, yeah. And that is going to be a 24.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a pass by a lot. Okay, I would like you to describe then what happens with this book, but I do want you to do so with the understanding that the book repairs itself.
Okay. So, yeah, like I said, he just curses and smacks the book across the room, and it like hits the far bookshelf and then falls open. And even though the pages look blank now because they're under the magnifying glass, he can just—that's all he can see is that one line, and he just and this little flame, this little tiny concentrated bright red flame, hits in the center, and the whole thing ignites, and like completely turns to ash immediately. And just as the ashes like cloud out, they go, and the book reshapes itself. But by then he's already not looking at it, and he's just moved to the opposite end of the room, and like is just put his head against a freaking like a support beam in one of the shelves.
So Emmy would have been peeking around his shoulder. Would she have seen any of like what was on the page?
Yes.
Crap.
Listen, the hallways seem meant to get in our heads. It's possible these books are just that too. They might just be trying to get in our heads. This stuff might not be real.
Joey's gonna go over to
That's-
Eric. You okay?
I don't know why I believed he would fucking show up.
What was in the book?
His schedule.
Emmy can see that Joey's like taking care of Eric. And she really wants to know how this fucking works. So she goes and grabs another book. She's like,
Story first.
sometimes she's not a great friend.
She's
So
still
she
learning.
goes and she grabs another book and slams it on the thing, opens it up.
What do you think that is most pressing on Emmy's mind today?
I think in general it's like the big story that she's been working on. So she's pretty excited about getting through this door, but
No.
Wait, you have a problem with me incorporating some elements of your stories? Okay.
Yeah, Eric's about to have a really bad
I feel so bad for him right now, but Emmy, you start to see what looks like. You've seen records before. You've done some snooping around. This seems like a record for recent magical offenses to look into. There's some stuff that's like pretty widely known at the school. You actually see like Rev's name come up a handful of times in the process of this. Like pretty widely known pranks. You see stuff about like somebody seems to have gotten through the ward in the more potent sort of herbs in the herbology class.
Ocean Polly strikes again.
Someone seems to have besmirched the large statue outside the academy grounds, and then you see a line that seems to be describing a recent incident that was discovered through divination magic. That has your name there.
My name.
You see that the offender in the situation is Eric Shaw, suspected to have meddled with the memories of Emmy Webb.
Well, this doesn't make any sense. Wait, somebody else come try. She does not say what it said though.
Oh no.
She shuts the book and like puts it back where she got it. Juno, come over here.
Okay, sure.
Pick a book.
Yeah, no problem. Juno will take a book. I'm just
Alright.
expecting that this will get in my head because it looks like that one got in your head too.
I'll be right here with you, but I don't think I should touch it so that like the experiment is like good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
just
no.
put it on the lectern
Okay.
and like open it up to a page
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
look at it through the magnifying glass. And
Okay.
I'm like leaning over your shoulder, looking at yours as well.
What's on Juno's mind lately? What?
Before today, Juno was mostly preoccupied with kind of like her loneliness and her anxiety about even wanting to come back to this school because the pressure was so much. But in the past like 2 hours, it's become like, maybe they'll still want to be my friend tomorrow. Maybe they don't hate me. Maybe they might still want to keep talking to me, and that might not be so bad.
I have a suggestion. If you want to hear it, Vixx. Unless you got something.
You know what, Carrie? Go right ahead.
Do you want me to read out what it says on Juno's page in Emmy's notebook?
Yes, I do, because I was thinking a little bit similar vein, so it's better to have it be Emmy. Yeah.
Juno, 15, Lappendor House, clumsy, nervous, used to have a lisp, like Siren's Kiss with like a big star.
Okay, yeah, that's me.
There's nothing terribly bad there. She definitely did jot down, opened the door, ! Secret magical history and family ? Research further.
This is really, really new because I only just opened the door like 5 minutes ago. That's weird.
As you're also like you have these 2 pages spread open. You see this one message form on this one page. You see another message that seems like it's almost just now like being written. And there's like pausing in it, and then like some scribbling out of stuff, like when they messed up a word. It seems like a journal entry, like very Dear Diary style, and it's like the most like flourishy sort of writing. And you see it kind of just talks about the experience in the hallway for a little bit, but then it kind of shifts, and it's like, that Juno girl that I saw in the forest earlier turned out to be pretty amazing. Her hand was a little bit sweaty, but
It's like gripping a dead fish.
yeah.
A sticky dead fish.
But that was also the first time I've ever held a girl's hand, so maybe that's normal? ? Can't wait to go and watch the game with them tomorrow.
Their
And then
menu
it's just-
OTP.
It's just signed Oz.
Juno like looks at Emmy and then just starts tearing this page out of the book.
Booing, like she's like, but that thing was nice.
Okay.
Does that mean ours were real?
See, Eric,
Oh.
Juno's right. It's just getting in our head. I'll show you.
Yeah, Joey, you go. Still,
he
like,
kinda-
not even pretending like she's gonna give you any privacy while she. Like,
Yeah. Eric like takes a real deep breath and like tries to wipe his eyes before he turns around, and he kind of just follows Joey like a lost sheep over to
Oh.
see if she can prove that his life isn't meaningless.
Emmy
No.
definitely like edges around, so she's on like the far side of the group from Eric.
And as you lift,
She just tries to do it discreetly, though.
also as you lifted up your head after wiping your tears, you could see my magpie just looking straight at you. He saw.
I fucking hate that bird.
I'll go grab the book right next to the one that Eric pulled, because I'm guessing there's still an empty space if it's reformed over on the floor.
Yes, it did reform, and also Juno, when you're able to rip the page out, but then it just kind of like, it's almost like it dissolves out of your hand,
Oh.
and then it starts reforming in the book. You see all of the little like tears just kind of reform up the seam.
Oh. Can I try like a copying spell to like copy Juno's page then onto like a separate sheet of paper that she pulls out of her bag?
Yeah, I feel like that's something that you've cast before.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be something that she would be using like a lot in research and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, so make I'll say like I want to go with brains here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a D10. 5. Oh no, I didn't do I do a D4 with it, right?
Yes.
Because it's magic. Okay. 7.
So yeah, you pretty easily like and you get all of the right sort of writing as well. Like you perfectly copy it instead of just the content of it.
Mhm.
It looks exactly like what you saw there.
Right. So I give it to Juno.
Oh my god, thank you. I probably shouldn't have this.
Oh my gosh.
Joey, what is it that you might see when you are peering into this book? What is on the forefront of your mind with everything that has gone on? Or if you want, you can like take a moment to like really settle your thoughts from the emotional moment that was just had and to something that's like whatever it is that you are most interested in right now.
She will take a deep breath, but as she opens, especially with Eric standing right there, things somehow feel different since they got back, even though it's only been an hour or two now. That it wasn't just her and Eric going off to hang out. He's there with Emmy and has been there with Emmy the whole time. It's doesn't just feel like lighthearted picking between Rev and Eric anymore. It's tense and uncomfortable, and she does not like how that's going.
Okay, so you're very much focused on these two friends of yours,
Mm-hmm.
correct? Okay, so you open up this book, you're thinking about your two friends, and I feel like I need to include these two into what's actually going on here between them. What I want to say is that you see like a drawing of both of these two. And it kind of looks like a childlike S drawing. Shanks, can you tell me what emotion might be displayed towards Rev when it comes to Eric?
Well, I guess it would be anger more than anything. Even though he's like posturing it as like, there's something wrong with that guy and he's not trustworthy. At the end of the day, he's angry because this guy is now the main attention in Joey's life.
So you see this kind of like comic strip style sort of drawing. It's like very crudely drawn. You see like the thought bubbles coming from Eric about how he feels about your relationship with Rev. Rev, what does Joey see when she looks at this drawing of Rev? When he's thinking about how he feels about Eric?
A bit of, I think it's a bit of jealousy, probably.
Mm-hmm.
He, in the picture, as Rev sees it, Eric is very confident and knows who he is, or at least seems to Rev, and he's jealous of that for sure.
So you see Rev's like thought bubble, but in between these two drawings, you also see yourself completely ignoring both sides of the drawing. You are focused in on your sister, Hannah. How does Joey respond to this? And is Eric looking? Because Eric did come over with.
Yes, and for anyone who would notice, he's just basically collapsed on the floor at this point. Because he knows now that it's revealing the truth.
There's a magpie just keeping his thoughts.
As soon as like Hannah pops up, she's gonna slam the book closed.
Writing furiously.
Eric, I think you might feel like a wet nose on your cheek, as a small fox just sort of, standing next to you, trying to comfort you. It's trying to at least show you that he's there.
Juno would be standing nearby with one hand extended, just moments away from like comforting Eric with a pat on the shoulder, and then can't bring herself to do it. And she's just kind of
Emmy is like pacing, like, no. Well, why would just mine be fake? This doesn't make sense.
Well, what was yours?
No, it was. There's no way. So.
Are you okay?
Rev, do you want us to figure out how to give you a try, or I could like lift you up to the books or something? No. Okay.
You can see the magpie as well is sort of shaking their head.
You might be the one of us that gets something good. Mine wasn't so bad.
I want to grab Eric's book and put it back on the table and see if it shows anything different.
All right. You open it up, and you see that the same sort of thing. It's like blank when you open it up, but then it starts to form back into the schedule that he had described to you.
I have. Sorry,
No, go ahead.
You go. I actually had a question, I think, for Vixx first and then for Joey. That is, what happens to Rev's stuff as he shapeshifts?
That is totally up to you. I was kind of thinking it is like druid-esque and that you could probably make things like
Yeah, so in my head, like anything my skin touches sort of gets absorbed into the while shape changing. But then the robe sort of maybe still on the floor.
I feel
And
like I would have
so
picked it up for you since I've seen
yes,
this before.
okay, that was going to be my question to you, because I think you're holding my bag and my robe then, and I just wanted you to have that information.
can I get also I think it'd be a brains check from Rev.
While Rev is doing that, since Eric's book stayed Eric's book when I looked at it, can I go pull a different book off the shelf and look at it?
Yes.
That was the next thing I was going to try. Yeah.
Okay, so Emmy and Joey both kind of have like the same idea, and it's like both arrive with like a completely separate book. Joey, oh, go ahead.
I rolled a 3 for my brains check.
I will do it that in a second. Joey, when you put down the book, you notice something that looks like from long time ago, like before any of the students or even like the legacy houses that you like, the neighborhood that you live in, anyone famous that you know of there. This probably predates that. And it seems to be like an agreement about the rules in which when you guys graduate out of the year 4 class, you're supposed to go into like the student council. Well, some people are eligible for this process, and it seems to be the rules for which like the things that make you eligible for this process in order to be on the student board, which is a very prestigious sort of role, because it's almost like post-secondary education that would then get you into like higher things in the like ministries that govern the magic in your wizarding world. Nothing really stands out to you beyond that.
Is this public knowledge, like what the actual rules are?
No, that would only be knowledge to those who are like on the higher boards who like review that stuff.
Yeah, so unless Joey's like stopping her from doing it, Emmy is continuing to be very like into everybody's business as they look at the books. So
yeah,
she's gonna want to make a copy.
Make room for you.
Can make a roll for that again. Okay. We'll do the same thing. Yeah.
While she's looking at that, I'm gonna look at Eric and go,
so 8.
It's bullshit, just like the hallway. I mean, this is just old rules.
It's not bullshit. The truth.
Do you really think that it's the truth?
He slowly gets up and like produces a crumpled letter from his pocket that basically outlines how much Joey has hurt him over the past couple of months, and just like shoves it in her hand and like makes a fucking run for it.
Make a flight check for me. I need to resolve the copy check.
Yeah. Ooh, well, I got a 4.
And
I had an 8.
Okay, 4, 8. Do you know I need you to make a brains check for me as well?
Oh, okay. 9.
Okay. You got a 4, you said?
Yes.
I mean,
which is as good as I can roll.
Yeah, you're just trying to run away.
Wait, did it explode?
Yeah, don't you get like exploding dice if you roll the max?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
true. Is that
so-
the rule here?
I mean, not that I want my friend to leave, but
But like,
Yeah.
yes, if
It's
if
called the
that
lucky
doesn't
break. Yeah.
if that doesn't meet the DC, then it's 5.
But yeah, you do when you roll the max on like the die that you're using, you can keep rolling until you hit the if it like explodes again, then you can keep going until you hit the DC.
Yeah.
So you start leaving. Emmy, you're able to copy the spell pretty easily.
You had
No-
me roll it.
Yeah,
Brains
no one really stops Eric. Eric, you are
I'm reading the letter that Eric handed me.
yeah.
What does it say?
So, yeah, as the door slams behind him, you read this letter, and it's just basically, and it's like it is written very uncharacteristically for him, as like normally his notes are as pristine as his cloak is, but this thing is like just like it's his penmanship's all over the place, and it just says like, Joey, I know that you didn't mean for any of this, and I know that Rev's not actually a complete piece of shit. In fact,
Complete.
in fact, he's probably an okay guy. He seems okay. But you're the only person in my life I could ever rely on, and when you came back with someone else. And I mean, like, it's not like I expected us to, get married or have kids and things like that. Like, that's silly. We're just bros, but like, I've always been able to depend on you, and now I can't. There's just this other person that you're more concerned about, and now I'm alone again.
During this time, as you're taking in this note, and as like you said you shut the door behind you, right?
Yes.
So that the other one flies open. Like you
That's
just
what he
you
was
hear
hoping.
one door slam shut, the other one just flies open as they're like heading down. Juno, you notice this like little tiny like it's like almost like a beetle of some sort. It's a black beetle that just kind of crawls out from a space that a book was taken in the shelf. Seems to crawl over towards you. Rev, you also notice this happening. You're pretty low onto the ground, and you see it pretty easily. But then you kind of see like the arms of it like extend out, like almost as soon as you notice it, they like extend out. It seems to get larger, until finally you're almost in the same way that you saw Rev turn into a fox. This little beetle is now turning into a person in front of you. You guys immediately recognize this as the head wizard at the academy.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Aspen Finch is standing right in front of you. Aspen is like very slender. Very like gender neutral features. Like it's really ambiguous. You can't really tell either way. They seem to be like Asian in descent, except for the fact that their skin is like super pale. They just have like this long, sleek black hair, and they are standing there. They don't seem angry. They are taking each of you in, and just with like a slight smile says, "It's been quite some time since anyone has made it this far."
So sorry, Professor Finn. I'm so sorry.
Don't be.
Amy takes a deep breath and like she's like trying to stay on track, and she says, "Can I get a quote for the torch?"
And on that note, I think that's a great place to end
Before
our.
we end,
Okay.
there's one quick thing that maybe will add some more drama to end on. As I read the note, can I, like, not realizing what I'm doing, drop Rev's bag? And does anything fall out?
Oh.
Rev, does anything fall out?
Yeah, I think a specific glove falls out of the bag. One that you've been looking for.
Drama.
As
Take that, WB.
Rev, now being a fox, just is their gaze goes from the headmaster to the bag, to Joey, to the glove, back
What
to
is the
Joey, back to the headmaster.
What's the magpie doing right now?
I think the magpie, well, flying around the room, definitely trying to see if they can pick up anything. As soon as the bag falls and the glove comes out, I think that the magpie will try and dive for the glove and try to snatch it up off the ground.
Cat will try to stop the magpie.
I would like you guys to roll. I feel like that's a fight. No, flight probably. Yeah. You know what?
Is
Yeah.
it the cliffhanger? Is it the roll? Is it the cliffhanger?
Actually, yeah, we'll pick that up next time. We'll see what. We'll see if
Nice.
Joey gets to notice what happens.